So I spent the morning setting up electric fences at the new farm, the bit that I did some videos farming. I did some videos of fencing rather. And we're going to take sheep there, but before we do that, I'm actually going to give them an injectable wormer, which is quite good for just in cleaning sheep out. I think it's quite good because it's rather than orally, which goes into their digestive tract and gets pooed out and affects all the bugs. Injectable wormers at least stay in their system, you know, they probably do make it their way out onto the pasture, but I would say in less quantities, because in order for you to kill digestional worms, you basically need to send a massive dose of a drug through an oral tube into their stomach. So the dosages of drugs are far too high. Injectable, I'm only giving each sheep like 1 or 2 mil tops. So it's a very good way of doing it and getting the amount of chemicals on land down. But yeah, so I'm going to do all of these sheep. I've got them all in, and then they're going onto that trailer, which by the way, this is obviously an AI video because that trailer is far too big for that car. So in case you're going, oh, that's an illegal combo, there's actually only 2 axles and there's only 1 deck on that trailer. It's just AI has actually converted it to be 3 axles and 2. So, and if you are looking at the video and you see the numbers of sheep going into the trailer, the AI's messed up there too. You know, it's actually the numbers of sheep are about half that. You know, so don't worry about it. Don't worry. You know, we'll keep it right down here. But I'm just going to lower. Electric fence isn't on just now. I'm just going to lower it down so that the sheep can jump over it. But, yeah, that should be grand. Yeah, so they'll come down here through there, and then we'll shut it in between loads just in case they go and switch the electric fence on as well. Right, let's go and unload. There we go. Actually, I need a. Forgot to do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to count them on the video. What are you doing?
No. Be here. Just
All in, get in, eh?
Yeah.
A new field.
Should we just keep it down? No.
No. So I did a thing. Basically, we've been faffing about with generators because our solar power that we've got just isn't enough to make sure the batteries are fully charged. I'll show you what we've got. We've got up there on the roof, we've got one 450 watt panel. We used to have 2, but the second one stopped working. So that one up there is still working, but even with 2, the system wasn't really charging quick enough. Now in the summer, it's got loads of power, because I'm only here, once a day, and I might only switch the lights on and rummage around for something. But in the winter, there's just not enough coming in to actually keep it going. So we have got some more solar panels to fit, and I think that should keep us going. But until then, we're needing to do some kind of generator stuff to keep batteries tops up. Yeah, so I did a thing. I bought the cheapest inverter generator. So there's other generators that are cheaper, but this is an inverter generator. Now, we do have a generator, but what it turns out, if I plug that generator into the EcoWorthy, it doesn't accept the power because the power is not pure enough. It may be because it wasn't a pure sine wave, but it might also be because the hertz and the frequency and the voltage were not. I couldn't if I went to 230 volts or 220. You know, roughly. You know. Most things all run off 190 to 240-ish. But, you know, if I'm anywhere in that workable range, the hertz was too low. And then when if I wanted the hertz to be high enough, then the voltage was too high. The voltage was like 300 volts. So there's something wrong with the generator, that it's just not quite producing the right power. All right, here we go. Oil is topped up. Fuel is in there, almost full. Takes a lot of fuel this. So actually, like, tank is absolutely massive on it. Go, please read the manual before starting. Fill it up with oil, fill it up with fuel, fuel switch on, choke is on, yeah, so we've got it on the on position. The button on the front, I've done that. Then pull, start, and then you take the choke off, and then plug in, I think. Okay, so the choke is backwards. So off is on and on is off. Typical Chinese manual. But anyways, when I switch it off and just use my login, I can work it out. Quite loud. On. With the power. Now, it's never done this before, so when it's stable like that, it means it's connected in and the power is good enough that it's sinking in, and now the battery's going up and down like that means it's actually charging. So this is the hospital pen started for the ones who don't cope with the pressure of lambing. So these girls should have been culled, too old to produce lambs. Obviously, if I'd known that, I would have culled them. But at time of tupping, they were very healthy, full of flesh, looking excellent. That one's got no teeth, so maybe that one would have been an obvious one, an older ewe with no teeth, so should have been culled. But again, very fleshy, and I've got others with teeth that are looking fantastic. So it sometimes make hard. This is a young sheep, and she's lost flesh very quickly. You can actually see, if you look at her, she's like slightly shivering. So there's something up with her. So I've actually given her magnesium, calcium, antibiotics, the works.
My time to shine. It's not fair.
I guess this is why you check your sheep every day. Big fat triplet on its back in a hollow. Sorry, girl. Can you really not get up? Yeah, she must be ready, like. Getting there, getting there. There you go. Bless her. First thing they do is always pee, because they can't pee when they're upside down like that. So that's her, relieved herself.
Super fire blowing machine.
Trying to get these solar panels mounted. I've got my son and my daughter up there. Last year it was so sunny every day, we didn't have to worry about power, but this year, you never know, it could be raining the whole time. But we need a little bit of power, so we don't have to use much generation. Petrol generator, the noisy and annoying. But I've got these on Basic Marketplace. I think it was £100 for 5 panels. I can only get 4 of them in, because you need an even number. So I need 6 to use all 6, but because I got 5, I can only use 4, but that'll be fine.
Why would we line them all up?
Well, so that they look nice and level. At the minute, this is high. So with your nut, Gideon, with your nut that's on the back of this, not that nuts, the nut that's on the back of this, can it go up or down? So, you know, you've tightened it already, but if you loosen it, can it go down?
Yes.
Well, let's do that. That's what I want. There you go. We've got all 4 joined together on a central beam, so they all pivot like that. So I'll have to have a think about how I'm going to mount it. We bought some nice lambing flakes, which haven't been used this year, so It's always a bit better, you know, for disease and stuff that they haven't been used for a while. With 2 pens here. We might put another pen in the corner here, or a few more pens.
Get the sheep in when this crap's in there.
Well, this stuff is for more pens. So this is tin for Abbotsford for outdoor shelters, and more head crushes for Abbotsford as well. But yeah, so I think we'll be fine. There we go. Well, we got the milk. We sure haven't plugged it in, which is a bit risky, but the only thing we had to do is widen the holes for this to go in. So essentially I've bolted it to a wooden plinth, and then I've crudely nailed the wooden plinth to 4 posts that are in the ground, which gives you the opportunity just to whack them a little bit if it goes out of level. Of course, they've got milk in here, and if it's out of level, it'll start leaking. Ideally, you can fill it to the top. And I think, you know, it rocks a little bit, but I think it's actually the machine rocking and not the base, really. I think this is excellent. It's just tied in, you know, it's tied in this way with this plank, and this way with this plank, and this thing's pretty solid. So, and then 4 posts in the ground. Bit ugly.
And I made a swing.
And you made a swing, yeah.
And it's not a...
So I've still got all the wiring to hook up, but basically this is like a fish tank pump. And this is the milk. We had a bother with flies last year, so we're just doing as much as we can. So basically, that'll sit with it, you know, like that. And then this will go on. And I'm sure it won't stop all the flies, but you know, it'll stop a lot of them. And then I'll probably drill a hole and put a grommet in for the milk tube to actually go in, and then the milk tube will go all the way along here, so you'll have you'll have the feeders on the other side of these things. So I'll only have to fill up 1 place of milk, and I'm going to mix it here. So when I mix, I'll have to work out a way not to get that cable, but I'm sure if I just mix on the other side, I won't get that cable. Pour water in, pour the powder in, mix it, and shut it again. And I'm hoping to get a mark, you know, a mark on the... I don't know what to do actually, because if it's half filled with milk, I'll probably still have to measure how much water I put in. So I'll probably have to fill like a 20-litre bucket and go how many 20-litre buckets in, and then I'll know how much milk to put in. Because I probably can't just go on the bucket. Ideally, I would have a place to fill it up to a bucket, and then I pour just a whole bag in. But I'm just thinking I'll probably arrive and there'll still be some milk in, and that level will be different every day. So anyways, I'm sure that'll work out much better than what was happening last year. Moving them with a bag today. Just a bag of cake. Garden girls! Garden girls! Garden girls! Garden! Garden girls! Garden! Garden! There you go. There's a skinny one there. She'll need some looking after. I think she's a twin as well. Whoa. There's always 1 or 2 that go downhill. Yeah, throw the bag in. Start closing the gate. Is that them all? Ideal. Right, I'll just 2 hands to close the gate. There you go, a friend's just away who's helping me move. So this is what's fitted in his trailer. There was a bit of room in his trailer as well. He could have had another 5 or 6. But it's 1 more load. So we're basically taking 2 lighter loads rather than a full load and a light load. This is what they're going on to. It's nothing special, but it's a good bite of grass everywhere. You know, it doesn't take much of this to fill a belly. There you go, all the singles going out to the hill. They'll be grand. Look at some of these monsters. Look at this Jacob. I think they've got bellies full of grass, which makes them look worse, but some of them are monsters. You know, milk showing in many of them, those two girls. You know, milk in that one. If I was guessing, I would say somehow we're going to get some early lambs, but these look absolutely imminent, many of these. You know, big mamas.